To our next video, exploring set 5 of Old World style. We're revisiting our sets because we haven't played with them in a while, and we thought it would be fun to go through and show how you could use each set and actually combine sets to make more and more intricate maps. So last video we were looking at Old World set 5, and I was showing you the new continent and how to create the land masses. We also showed you how you could either do a coastal edge with pieces that we have made to fit exactly, or if you want to make it easier, how to just, once you place your landmass, to go ahead and underneath, using the flood fill, you could flood underneath with water. Now we've locked that. And the other interesting thing we told you that this set had was that the water layer is partially transparent, has opacity of about 50%. And what that allows us to do is what I've done here is I've gone through and I've taken pieces from, from both set 3 and set 1 and started creating some underwater fault lines. And these large cracks here are from set 5. And I've just used them underneath. I use those in an object layer and just shrank them or squished and pulled them once I had them grouped together. If you've seen some of our other videos, you've seen how we do that. But in case you've missed it, let's do another one just real quick. So I'm going to go up here, do object layer, do that, and make sure everything else is locked for right now. And let's just hit our place tile function. And we're going to align these in an object layer because then I can turn it. We're going to kind of align them, and since they're under a partial opaque layer, I don't have to be totally exact. Go up here to the select, hold down your left mouse button and select that, click inside one of the boxes and turn it. If we click again, we can resize this. And let's go ahead and put it in here. We'll put it as, and I'm going to resize that a little bit more, see if we can't get that to match more of that edge. And there we have it. That's how to place multiple objects in an object layer, shrink, squish, pull, and put them apart. So now we're going to go up top. We're going to go above the land. We're going to decorate with some mountains. I did bring in some mountains from Old World 1. Just for a couple of spots here and there, but I want to use the mountains we designed for this set. Another interesting feature you'll see that we brought in starting with set 5, and you can use this with all the Old World style sets, we brought in 2 new map edges. So no longer do we just have the scroll set from 1 through 4, we have new scroll edge sets that you can put in. And we'll do that real quick just so you can see what that looks like, and I will erase that in a moment. And let's take it into this. You can take it into this one and change it back to the other. I need a square. There we go. So you can get an idea of the map. So I'm going to take that off. I'm just going to delete that layer because we're going to get back to decorating. Let's decorate. I'm going to shrink this once so we can see the whole map. And we're going to go into, where's our, here we go. Now we've also brought in some new mountains. So this one is 6 pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Put that on. Maybe we have one up there. And X. Change the orientation on that one. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to move this up 1. So that's above. And I can start placing some of these smaller mountains as well. And we created kind of like a spire effect. We really wanted something different for this new world, so that as you came across it, you knew that you were not in Kansas anymore. Oh, I have another big one. Let's do that. I'll place this guy in a special spot. Undo there. I'm going to let it kind of drift over the landmass to make it feel like it's really big. And let's do part of an old civilization. Go back up. As you can see, once again, all we're doing is just playing. Just kind of following an edge. See where, let's give this kind of like a, maybe that's where the trail is. And blend that with our old world 1. Zoom in here a little bit so you can see that. And let me explain where that is. That is our points of interest. And I'm going to add another object layer, but I'm going to put it below this layer so that I can do this. I can layer more things below. And as if you've seen it on other videos, once you've gotten this down to where you've developed a decent map and you're pretty sure everything's ready right where you want it to be, oh, gotta go back up. And I'm going to do another object layer, and I'm going to call it point of interest 2 so that I can do this. Now I went above. And we're going to go back, put that underneath that layer. Oops. There we go. And maybe these are their major turnstiles of how they get around. Who knows? Maybe there's no oxygen in this world. And actually, I'm going to leave that art like that, because what I'm going to do is I am going to add, maybe this is partially reclaimed by the desert. And just floating back and forth. Now underneath, we have some wonderful kelp and such. So if we've got underwater shelf, lock those real quick. Obviously our plants are going to be on top of that, so we're going to add that. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to shrink that way down. Right click, duplicate. 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 And just add some more. Maybe there's like a special kelp forest here. We're going to go back above, so I'm going to click that. And click off this so I can zoom out one. There's our vegetation. Ah, we have some right here. Awesome. I gotta do one up here. Do an object layer, I'm gonna call it vegetation. Maybe this is kind of a jungle area. And let's add some more. We've got some different kinds of vegetation here. This alien world. Kind of makes it a no-brainer of where the path lies. But who knows? The players may surprise you, as they often do. Let's see, something else we could put in? We have spaceships. Ooh, maybe there is. Maybe this is a tile layer. Boom. Maybe there's a crashed spaceship. I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it here. Maybe they were trying to take off. And add another object for the ship. And maybe there's a couple more here. They haven't taken off. And maybe there's another one. Let's see, points of interest. I'll put it back here. Behind the building. It fell behind the building. Nothing wrong with that. And as always, if you want to save this map, just like this, you go up to File, Export as Image, and you'll click where you want the map. If it's just a straightforward map like this, then you're just going to save it as a JPG. If you want to have it as a transparency, then you just save it as a PNG. So I'm going to cancel because I'm not going to save that right now. But I want to thank you for coming in and watching, and we look forward to making the next video. We hope you look forward to watching the next one as well. Have a great day and happy mapping.